Hello and welcome to this new video. So as you can tell, it's quite early by the state of me, but I'm about to get my haircut, then I'll get back to you. So as you can see, it's been cut now. I'm about to have a shower and then we'll go outside and choose my top 5 gloves. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my 5 gloves here, and then I'm going to show them to you and tell you why I think they're in the top 5. So I'm going to start at number 1. So at number 1, I think are the best gloves on the market and I own are the All Sport Eliminator Super Grip. So the reason I think these are one of the best gloves is that the durability and grip is amazing throughout its life. As you can see, it has minimal tears on the fingertips compared to some of my other gloves, and I've had this glove I think since probably the start of December in 2016, and still the grip and durability is really good. Apart from the fact that I let the gloves dry out, and on the other one of these gloves it actually has a tear in the middle of the palm. So the glove's perfect apart from don't let them dry out. So at number 2, I think they're actually a new glove, but they have done models before these gloves. At number 2, I think the Adidas Ace Trans Pro are the second best gloves on the market and that I own. The reason I think that is that the grip is amazing. The grip is probably the best grip that I've used, apart from the durability isn't that good. I've had these gloves for a couple of weeks now, and as you can see, the fingers are starting to tear. That's not because of my technique, it's just because the gloves are, because of how grippy they are. The durability isn't that good. Right, so it has just started raining, so I'll go inside and finish off the list. So outside I told you that the All Sport glove is my number 1, and then at number 2 are the Adidas Ace Trans Pro. So moving on to number 3, I think that the older version of the Adidas Ace Trans Pro, especially the colourway, is the 3rd best glove I own. I don't own that many gloves, as normally I throw them away or give them to people, but this is definitely one of the top 3. I know that is pretty much exactly the same as these gloves, but also the colourway and also the grip is one of the best I've used. Unfortunately, I did use glove glue on it, and that's why the palm's a bit stained, and also it's gone a bit hard, but I don't use these gloves anymore because of my new gloves. But that is definitely in the top 5 gloves I recommend getting. So moving on to number 4, I think the Nike Premier SGT are one of the top 5 gloves I've used. In terms of the durability, is actually quite good. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, as the grip is okay. It's not as good as the Adidas gloves, but it's still very good. Unfortunately, I don't really like the fit of this glove, especially the just a standard SGT glove. The promo glove does come in a negative cut, so I might try and get that, whereas this flat palm, I don't really like the cut of because of how boxy it is around the fingers. So if you don't mind the flat cut fit and you want a good match glove, I would definitely recommend getting this glove. Whereas if you want a negative cut glove, I would definitely recommend getting the Adidas gloves. So at number 5, I think the Adidas Predator Zones Pro are one of the top 5 gloves I've ever used. So obviously this is a bit controversial, as I only use Adidas and Nike gloves and sometimes All Sports, but there are tons of gloves out there, such as sales gloves, which I want to get my hands on, and also tons of other companies. So this is just the top 5 gloves that I've used. So don't be offended if some certain gloves aren't in there. But definitely these gloves are in the top 5. I think this was the first glove where the zones were actually introduced. And I got this glove about a week after it came out. And I was very impressed with the grip, as most of my older gloves were very cheap and not very good, whereas this was probably my first most expensive glove I ever owned. So comment down below what your favourite glove is. Obviously I want to try and use some sales gloves, so this was a bit unfair as I only use Nike and Adidas gloves, but comment down below what you want me to use. So I've just shown you what my top 5 gloves are, so now I'm just about to have lunch and then I'll come back up to you and maybe play a bit of football outside, but it is raining right now. So yeah, I might do some goalkeeper training or just do some fitness and footwork. But I do have training later, so I won't be able to film the training itself, but I will film before and maybe after, but it does go on quite late. So if you want to purchase any of these gloves, I will leave a link down below to all these gloves. I think these gloves and maybe these two are out of stock right now in most websites, but definitely these gloves and then the newer colourway of these gloves are definitely in stock, and also the new colourways of these gloves will be in stock. But these gloves and these gloves here are the older colourways, so they probably won't be in stock anymore, but if you dig deep you might be able to find them. But definitely these two here I recommend buying, the Adidas Ace Trans Pro and the All Sport Eliminator Super Grip. So before I go for lunch, I just want to say that tomorrow I will be definitely playing football with James and Gus. So expect a shooting video, I think maybe Friday or maybe Saturday, but we'll definitely film one tomorrow for you. I will be vlogging before and after the shooting session, so you can see what it looks like, how we set up, and also you can see James and Gus when they arrive. So what I wanted to do for you now is tons of people ask me what cameras and equipment I use. So what I was going to do is I've taken out all the equipment I use and cameras I use, and I'm just going to tell you what they are. So obviously the camera I'm using now is a Canon G15, and it has a 6.1 to 30.5mm lens on it, and it has a 15 times lens. Even zoomed in, the quality is still pretty good, but I wouldn't recommend zooming in that far. So the second camera I use is the Canon 7D. It has a 24 to 105mm lens on it, which is this one here. Obviously you can get different lenses to suit what your needs. For example, you can get longer lenses which do longer distance, and then shorter lenses for macro. So the main tripod I use is the Velbon VEB3C. So this is probably the best and only tripod I've ever used. I did have an attachment which where you can quickly detach and attach your camera to, but I put that on another tripod which I lost. So I will be buying another quick detach attachment for this tripod. As you can see, it can extend to quite high, which is why I like it. So another tripod I use, which I mainly use for my GoPro, is the Portaflash LS1S. This is actually a light stand. As you can see, it can go really high using these three extenders. But because of how wide the base is, let me just show you quickly. So as you can see, the base is actually really wide, which is why I like it. So even if the ground was muddy and wet, it wouldn't fall over. So the GoPro I use is the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. I haven't got that with me now, it's actually downstairs charging, but I really like it. I might buy another GoPro, but I'm not sure which one. The computer and software I use to edit my videos, so the computer I have is a MacBook Pro. I think it's a 2013 model, but I'm not too sure on that. And then I use iMovie to edit my videos. I would use something more fancy, such as Final Cut Pro and stuff like that. I have had that in the past. But for me, iMovie is okay, because basically all I do is trim my videos and then maybe add some music and stuff like that. But because I don't really do special effects or anything like that, I don't need anything special. So I hope that's answered all your questions for the equipment I use. Let me know down below if you want me to answer any more of your questions, especially on the equipment I use, and also comment down any help you want in terms of goalkeeping. I will be doing another Q&A maybe next week, so also comment down below, lots of questions for me to answer. Right, so I'm about to get changed for football training, and then I don't think I'll film much after, as these vlogs go up at 8 PM and training finishes at like 9 PM. So I won't be able to film afterwards, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not here. Remember to comment down below any questions for a Q&A I will be doing later on next week. So I'll try and answer as many of those as possible. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not here. Thanks for watching, goodbye.